Notice writing and email writings are very important parts in our language paper. It comes in question number 3 and we'll have 10 marks for these two topics. That means 5 plus 5, and these two are compulsory. That means we have to write these two. Now children, we can score maximum out of these two things. So we have to understand the format of this one, the exact format that we have to write for final exam. So if you go through this proper procedure, we can easily score 10 out of 10 in this topic. But first of all, we have to learn one thing, that there are little differences that basically we know about notice, that we are going to see here in this very topic. Okay, so go through this video properly, and this is a kind of animated one. Animated means it is not something specially animated. How much I can, that I have done here. So go through the animation properly. If you find doubt, do ask me in comment section. Thank you. Good evening, my dear children. Today we will start notice writing. First thing that you have to take, that is creative title. Now after reading the question carefully, you write the creative title, and be careful, it should be a creative one. That means it should be a special one. After writing the creative title, we'll write the subtitle. Now the subtitle is going to be an easy one, because it is already mentioned, whether it is a donation camp or inter-school quiz competition or debate competition or inter-school badminton competition, whatever it is, it will be easier to write than creative title. Now after creative title and subtitle, we have to write the topic properly. That means the points. Be careful of 5 WH. That means when and where. These two are the most essential things are to be written. So first it is place. Now place, if you write that school ground, then the name of the school. That means you are writing the smaller place, then the larger place. Or you can write the auditorium St. Paul School. So you are writing first the smaller place, then the larger place. You can alter this. You can write the larger place first, then you can write the smaller one. So there is no problem. But be careful, if it is related to school, don't write any name that does not relate the school. Just like you are writing that playground Rampura town. It is not related to that question asked. So be careful of that one. Then time, you have to add one smaller time and larger time. Now the smaller time, we know that AM or PM or certain time, it is evening or afternoon, whether or morning. But the date, you have to be careful of the date. Now the day you are writing the exam, it should be after that very date. Think today you are writing this very one on today is 23rd of April, so it should not be 22 of April. Clear? So the date should be after the dates, that date you are writing the topic, that after that. It may be a duration also. You are writing about a competition, just like cricket competition, it will take 2-3 days, so it may be a duration. Now after creative title, subtitle, place and time, we will think about some other things. If it is donation camp, you have to write about, you can add the point that what are the things to be given. If it is cricket competition, you can write about the things to be brought by the students. Or if it is going to be one badminton competition, you have to write about those things, about the uniform, jersey that they are going to use. Or you can write entry fee. Or if it is quiz competition, you can write the subjects. So as many points you can add, it will be better. So try to add at least of 3 to 4 points. Ultimately it comes statement. The statement will contain one imperative word. Okay, that means all the students are requested, advised, invited. Now be careful, this statement is going to be written in passive form. You should not use active form. That means we are inviting the student, or we invite the student. You should not write like that. Instead you should write all the students are invited or requested or asked. So it is going to be one imperative statement. So imperative words will be there, and that will help us to get the marks. For creative title, we'll get 1 marks. Subtitle 1. For place, half plus half 1. For time half plus half 1, so already 4 marks over, and for that imperative term you will get half marks. That is invited, requested or asked. For that imperative term you will get 1 marks. And most importantly, at last you have to mention one name, that you have to enroll your names, or you have to give your names or submit your name to Mr. Kumar or Mr. Banerjee or Chatterjee, whatever it is. Okay, so that name must be mentioned, and for that name you will get half more marks. So you can get 5 marks here. Be careful, you should not write that very term. For ICC we don't use that one. That for further detail contact the undersign, that is unnecessary. No need to write that one. Further, there is no need of undersign, since you are not writing contact the undersign, so no need to give that undersigning term, as well as no need to mention your designation. So this is the first part, clear? So be careful and go through this one properly. Now next one I am going to ask one question, and you try to write by your own. I have given one specimen answer for this one. Okay, so this is the first part, and in first part you have seen the marks distribution as well as the format, and it is a technical part. It is a technical part where you have to write very technically. Now it is a part of composition, but unlike essay you cannot add that much fantasy of words. You cannot use fancy and delicate words, great words. You should use easier words. Now here we have a question. Your school, now it is coming little slow, so go through this one. Your school is going to organize an inter-school badminton competition. Now read the question very carefully. While reading, you should be very slow. We have to understand the topic very properly. Don't jump into writing that very topic. Inter-school badminton competition. So you can understand it is entirely related to school, and since it is a competition, badminton competition can't get over within a day. So there will be duration of time, and starting date and ending date you have to provide. That will give you half plus half 1 marks. Okay. Next part, what is written after that, as the head boy of your school, you have to draft a notice that is to be put onto the school notice board. Now it is written head boy of the senior section. So while inviting the student, if you wish, you can especially mention that senior students are requested. So this is the question part. Now again I told you that you have to, and I'm going to tell you that the question part should be read carefully. Clear? Now after this one, we will see how to draft this notice properly. Okay. So let wait to get the wait for the question part to get over. So first I have to give a creative title. As I told you, creative title should be a phrase. It can't be a sentence. You should not make it a long term sentence. First it is written, wish to win. You can give another title also. If you wish, if you want a better title, if you have some more titles, you can write in comment box. I'll surely check those out. Now next comes subtitle, that is inter-school badminton competition. So easily I have scored 2 marks. Now remaining 3 marks, that also I have to score. Here you cannot lose a mark. This part is very scoring. Inter-school badminton competition. Then you have to search for WH. Here I have given 3 WH. If you wish, you can give more. Place it is given St. Paul School playground. You can give playground St. Paul School also, there is no problem. Okay. So you should not use here the playground of your town. In this way you should not use. In this way you will lose enter 1 marks. As I told you, you cannot lose a single mark here. So St. Paul School playground. Now if you wish, you can write the name of another school in order to hide your identity, but there is no problem if you write your own school name. Now time, since it is as I told you that this is a competition, so it will take a period of time. That means not, it cannot be done within a day, so we'll write a duration of time as it is mentioned. As it is mentioned, 10th, I think 10th of July. So 10th July, that competition starts. 2020, you must mention 2020 as well as you give one separator between date and year. 2 to 12 July 2020. So while giving the date, you should be very careful and very logical. You should not write certain kind of thing that is totally illogical and that is not real, that cannot be a real one. So your writing should be a realistic one. Now after time, if you wish, you provide as many details as you wish. So here I am going to provide the free and uniform. Jersey also you can write. Okay, so here I am providing jersey as well as you can write uniform, that is white uniform. You can use any color of your choice. Okay, after that, you have to be very careful about adding WH. You should not use any irrelevant WH. That will do what? That will only increase the length of that very writing. That will not brought in any, will not bring in any kind of special marks to you. So don't add any unnecessary thing. So here I am adding the entry fee. Entry fee, as I have written here, 100 rupees. You can, whatever you wish you can write, but every time I'll tell you, be logical while writing. You should not write such kind of thing which is impossible. Okay, so entry fee rupees 100. So these are the basic things done. Now after that comes statement. The statement should be very clear. Okay, very clear means in that statement hardly I'm going to use 2 to 3 lines, not more than that. That will be unnecessary and that may cause problem to your writing. In that case, you may forget to write the name of that person that is needed, or you may forget to write the imperative term. Here I am writing, you can see all the senior students are requested to take part in it. So that is one sentence. Okay, or you can directly, all the senior students are requested to submit their name to Mr. Kumar. Okay, that you can also write. So there is no problem. Okay, to take part in it. In statement part, you should not use any kind of information, just any points that are to be noted. Any WH you should not use. Clear? Just like place, time, this should not be used here. That will be penalized in that case. Do submit your names to, then you will find one name is written. That means the name is necessary to get proper marks. Okay, the name is necessary to get proper marks. Here we have to score 5 out of 5, and then we will have the email part. In the next video we have the email. Here I have written to your class teacher, so no problem. If you write class teacher, that will be marked, you will get the mark. In that case you can write any name also, even you can write your name also, there is no problem.